Smith, your general manager, and we're here today in the office of Stephanie Reeves, our director of golf. And we thought we'd come to you today via video to talk a little bit about the Chelsea system, Chelsea Tee Times. This time of year we start to get some questions on logging into the system. How do we make tee times, especially for those members who've been up north and maybe haven't used Chelsea in a number of months.
Right, you're a little rusty.
The other thing that we've included in the email here is a PDF document that basically gives a really good detailed overview of how Chelsea functions. And the purpose of this document, is to provide a refresher for our existing members, but also provide to new members when they join the club and might have questions on how Chelsea is set up, how it functions, and so on and so forth. So we've included that in the email that's going out with this video. But Steph, why don't you, before we get into kind of the nuts and bolts of Chelsea, why don't you tell us a little bit about some of the common questions we get?
Yeah, well, some of the benefits of using Chelsea online versus Chelsea through the phone or Chelsea through your golf professionals, like when you come in the shop and say, put in my foursome. If you go online, you can actually view the tee sheets, so you can actually see who's playing today, tomorrow, the next couple days. You can see your friends' points, which is a big topic of conversation when we get into season. So you can create a buddy list. You can have their member numbers at your fingertips so that you can put them right in on a tee sheet request. You can look at points. You can put your profile in where you'll have your little email, so that way if we need to reach out and say, hey, it's cart path only today, we can send that to your email. It's just super handy. And it's very, very user-friendly. The phone is probably the hardest thing to use for those of you that still do it. The online is very, very easy.
So online, the Chelsea platform online, there's just a wealth of other information outside of just going in and booking a tee time.
Yes, it's very helpful.
And I like the communication platform too. So you typically communicate often through Chelsea.
We do.
There's last minute changes.
And even to remind you of an upcoming event to sign up for, like if there's a ladies opening day and we haven't had our usual strong participation, we'll send out a reminder maybe a few days before to the association specifically. We can do that through Chelsea. And just to say, hey, there's an event coming up, just a reminder, here are the details, sign up through Chelsea.
Great.
Yeah,
Great.
It's a really handy feature.
Awesome. Well, let's we're going to go ahead and hop on the computer here, and we'll share the computer screen, and you're going to take us through kind of how to book a tee time online and show some of those other features you talked about.
I'm going to show you how easy it is. Even I can do it.
Perfect. Hey, if you can do it and I can do it, anyone can do it.
I can do it. Yes.
Awesome. So let's hop on the computer and we'll go from there.
Perfect. Okay, here we go. We're going to get right into our Chelsea system. This is the landing page, so I'm going to go ahead and put in my member number and then my password. And for those of you who may not know your Chelsea passwords, just give us a call in the golf shop and we can easily reset it for you if it's something you've forgotten or maybe never knew in the first place. Okay, so this is me right here in the top right corner. Hi, Stephanie Reeves. The first thing I'm going to do is go to my profile. And I'm just hovering my cursor over that. I go down to my profile. And this is where if you did know your password, you could change it. You want to make sure you put your email address in. This is the email address, like I said earlier, if we're cart path only and you are on the tee sheet, you're going to get an email from Chelsea. Or if we wanted to reach out to a certain association, this is the email that we would use. This email also will receive your Chelsea requests and confirmations. So it's very important that you put an email in here that you actually use and check on a pretty daily basis. All right, and I've got my home phone number. Here's the office number. You can put your cell phone number, emergency contact. That information is visible to us in the golf shop. So if we needed to get a hold of you, maybe you forgot your cell phone in a golf cart, whatever it may be, put those phone numbers in here for us. Okay, and then you would just go ahead and hit Save Changes. Okay, another fun thing to do here in the Profile tab is go down to your buddy list. This is very helpful. So you can see my cursor down here where it says to enter at least 2 letters of a name. I'm going to enter my buddy's Mr. Franzen, our club president, of course, is my buddy. Larry, there he is. I'm going to hit A for add. And you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, I already have Mr. Beck in here. He's my buddy as well. He's our our Greens Committee chair. And then I'm going to add Mr. Greenwood. So see, you do not need to know your friends' member numbers. You just need to know their last name and they come right up. Again, I'm going to click the A for add. Okay, and then you notice here where my cursor is, I'm kind of circling over Mr. Beck. This number, 4.8, that is his Chelsea points. So he has been playing a little bit this summer. These other two friends of mine are not. They're not here, so they have no points. But this is a great tool for you when you're wondering maybe who in your foursome is playing more than someone else, or who's on standby, why are you on standby. This is the playing points. Right here is where you're going to see them. Okay, so I've got my buddy list. Now I'm going to go, if you look back at the top, I'm on the top here under request. I'm going to add a request. And this is so easy. Select my day. So the day that we are recording this, it's Friday. So we have Friday's tee sheet, and then the next 3 days, we always say, so that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday in the golf shop. You can book out requests up until a week later. So there's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday are my options. So I'm going to pick Friday. Countryside is our course. There's no other option there. I'm going to put a request in for 3 o'clock, and I'm only going to play 9 holes. So see right here, you can actually change that to 9 holes. Okay, and then I click player information. So I can make this request for myself. There's my number. But I do not have to be in the request. So sometimes some of you think, well, I want to make a change in a group that I'm not in, or I want to put a group in but I'm not in that group. You can do that. You can put whoever's member number you want. And here, I'm going to go up in the middle here and click buddy list. Look at that. There's my friends. I can put Mr. Beck. Oh, I already put him in. I'm sorry. We'll take him out. He's actually here playing with other people. Okay, we'll put Mr. Franzen and Mr. Greenwood. We're going to clear out Mr. Beck. He's busy already. Okay, Mr. Greenwood, Mr. Franzen. So there's my threesome. I can put my request in, and I'm going to go ahead and submit. And you can double check your information right up top here. Play day, Friday the 28th. Requested time, 3 o'clock. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and hit submit. They're going to be up north wondering why I'm putting them in a tea time with me. But that's okay, because I'm going to show you how to delete the tea time now. So let's say I made a mistake. I just remembered my friends are out of town. I can go to request and delete a request. Okay, so here, look, I can see any requests I am in are going to be listed. And right here is the confirmation number. I click right there, that's it, submit. And at the top here in the corner, you see select, submit, delete if you want to delete this request. So I'm going to go ahead and submit, delete. There, my mistake has been removed, no big deal. All right, so other fun features here, other than obviously request is what most of you are going to be using. Add request. If you go down a little bit more, add event request. This is where you'll sign up for LGA or MGA or couples or LGA 9. Those are our 4 associations, and you do that right here by adding an event request. I'm going to click on it. Nothing's available right now because we are in summer and we don't have any events going on. But ordinarily, if there's an event for you to sign up for, that's where it would be. Okay, so we're going to go to review. This is a great section, and this is why I say that the phone is not nearly as efficient as using the computer. So I can review my schedule, which I don't have because I deleted my request. I can review a friend's schedule. So I'm sorry to do this to Mr. Beck, but let's see what he's up to. I know he's playing. So I put his last name in. Now I'm going to select which Mr. Beck. And here I see on the 21st, which is today, he had an 8:38 tee time with, these are his friends. So I can see what my friends are doing. Who are they playing with? My favorite feature, review a tee sheet. So again, let's pick Sunday. And remember when we started, I said we have tee sheets for today and the next 3 days. Here they are. Today, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So again, we'll go to Sunday, display. And here we go. These are the people on the tee sheet. And if you remember it when we talked about putting requests in, changing it from 18 holes to 9 holes, here you can see where that shows up on the tee sheet. This group of members, Mrs. Rossetti, Delarocco, Sanfilippo, and Divanere, are only doing 9. You can see it right there on the tee sheet. So if you're looking for a game Sunday, and you just got down maybe in town, and you look at the tee sheet and say, okay, well here's 2 gentlemen at 8:15, Mr. Feeney and Mr. Feeney, they're both playing 18, that would be a good fit for me. Just call the golf shop and ask us to put you in. Okay? Let's see what else is in here that would be helpful. The friend schedule, my information here, review my points. This is, well, I have no point history. I haven't been able to play much this summer. But this is where your points would be, right? You'd go to review my points. That's very helpful. And my play history. So once you get logged into the system, play around with all of this and get comfortable with it because it is really very helpful. The key is, the first thing to do though, right here at the top right, is go to my profile, because that's where you're going to get your email in there, and then you will get everything emailed to you. It'll be very helpful going forward. And the buddy list as well. Just makes your life easier. Add your friends to it. Again, it's very easy. I'm going to type in, I'm going to look for Mrs. Johnson, Judy Johnson. There she is. I'm going to hit add, and she shows up on my buddy list. Right now when I go to add a request, if I go to that player information and click buddy list, there she is. And there's her points. Okay, so I hope everybody finds this very helpful. If you have trouble logging in, don't hesitate to call the golf shop. We're here Tuesday through Sunday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. And we are happy to help. We can reset your password or just remind you whatever you need. All right, I hope you've enjoyed this.
Well, Steph, that was a great overview. I think a lot of members will find that helpful, and hopefully it answers some questions. You can also access the Chelsea website through the club website. We do have a single sign-on option that syncs with Chelsea. If you have issues getting into the club website while trying to access Chelsea, you can contact Mary Grosser, our communications director. She's the best one to speak to about that. As we mentioned earlier, the resource guide, the Chelsea resource guide that's attached to this email, I think everybody will find that helpful. That's written in terms of how Chelsea functions presently. So if you have
Right.
questions on how points are calculated,
Right, what counts, and that this hasn't changed in years and years and
Yeah.
years, but it's just never been documented. So we took the time to document it. I mean, that it's
Yes.
a transparent system. It works really well for bundled communities like ours. It's the most fair way, in season to get as many different people on the golf course.
Right, yeah. And kudos to Stephanie and her team, because they spent a boatload of time kind of documenting all that and reaching out to Chelsea and just making sure that, how the system operates is how it always operated, and getting that into a format that was easily understandable was a huge task. So
Thank you.
thank you for that. I guess in closing, keep an eye on future emails. There's a lot of questions out there about what to expect as we move into the fall and into season, and I've alluded that we're working diligently on that, and in the coming weeks, we'll be communicating an awful lot. So, as always, we appreciate the continued support, and if you have any questions on anything at all, we're here at your service.
Oh,